Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at the new Taurus. This time around we're going to have the Blaze version, which is at the current time the only one that has been released. Gonna be the one that is in my region as well. We're going to have 3 different versions of this one, and just in Spain you're going to be able to get the just pure fighting type version of this Pokemon, having access to the charge move Close Combat instead of Flame Charge, which is unique to this Pokemon here. The rest are always kind of the same. And for the US and just South America as well, you're going to be able to get the Water type version of this one, having Aqua Jet. And Aqua Jet version of this Pokemon is most likely going to be the best one, so that's going to be something that we're going to take a look at later on as well. Maybe we can do the Spain one as well. It is possible, by the way, to get this Pokemon for the Great League as far as I know. I got mine here from a remote raid that I got a weather boosted one from. Of course, you cannot really ever see on... That's actually something I would like to change, have to change for this one in the future. You cannot see when you enter a raid what kind of weather that is, so I never really know if it's going to be a boosted one or not. So this one would have never had the option to even go for a Great League level. You have to trade though to get one for Great League level as far as I know. No matter what you want to do, you still have to trade. At least maybe I can get some people to trade with me there for that. But you really kind of need to get low IVs to get one for the Great League level. For example, here at level 20, 0, 11, 15 is the one for the Taurus Aqua that you would have as a rank 1. So you most likely want to have something like a 5-5-5 most likely would work out as well for best level friendship trade, but it's very difficult to get this Pokemon for the Great League. So yeah, anyway, we're going to have a team here with a Greninja in the lead, which I didn't want to have. I did not want to run a Greninja in this team, I really didn't want to. What I wanted to run is either the Galarian Moltres, which I haven't built yet, or the newly buffed Bombardier, which is actually the Pokemon I really wanted to run. Yeah, this was what I really wanted to go for, Bombardier, but I don't have a TM. I don't have any TM because I needed 5 charge TMs again just to get Trailblaze onto our Taurus for the video. 5 charge TM. This Pokemon has 4 charge moves. You lock one away already, and then it's just basically a 50-50 chance which move you're gonna get. Goes back and forth between Earthquake and Iron Head the entire time for me. The 5th one was lucky then for me, but I was not able to use my Bombardier, which I really wanted to use because I have an XL version for this one build. It's just sometimes the TM system is just a little bit annoying. I really hope they change the TM system. I will try to do as many of those raids, by the way, as possible when I see them, like the Taurus raids, because I get more TMs for them, and I want to get them for the Great League anyway, and you have to kind of trade for that. So at least I'm going to be able to get some TMs with that one, but that is ridiculous that I needed 5 TMs again to have the 50-50 chance the entire time to get the correct move. Things have to change for that one. That is just not something that is really okay, I feel like. But yeah, that being said, I definitely feel like that this team would have performed even way better than it did before if I had the correct Pokemon in the lead there. Greninja is cool, don't get me wrong, Greninja is really nice, but you need a little bit more bulk in this team here, and I didn't want to run Mandibuzz. I didn't really want to go for friendly battles here, which of course is for the Ultra League. So thanks everyone who sent me invites as well. I didn't want to go for friendly battles and run Mandibuzz. I'm sorry, that is just lame. I don't really want to do that. For my part, I don't mind what you are running, it's not judging you or whatever, but if it's not really needed, I rather go for something fun and spicy or something like this instead of going for a Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is just, it takes too long, it literally just takes long, it's not fun to watch. And so we have Greninja here, which is fine. The safe storm, of course, is going to be our Taurus here. It's okay, the fast move is great for it, Double Kick is a really good fast move, the Trailblaze is great for it, Flame Charge is just unnecessary, sadly. This Pokemon would also have as a signature move for it, kinda, it's not signature, but it's one of the moves that it would learn through level up as the fire variant of this Pokemon, would be Flare Blitz, which I hope is going to get added maybe next season or the season afterwards. It's one of the moves that I really would like to see getting added, because Flare Blitz would be basically something that really makes this Pokemon way better, having then a nuke option that is basically a Brave Bird clone, and that would have been making this Pokemon 10 times better most likely. So, next opponent, we're going to have a great lead here. We're going to have the Golisopod swapping in, and this is one of the reasons why I do think that if I had the Bombardier, I would have had way less issues, because the team struggles against Golisopod like this. We have 2 Fire-type Pokemon in the back, and we have a Pokemon in the lead that's going to be weak to Bug-type moves. You don't have this if you have either Mandibuzz or Moltres, or of course, a Bombardier in the lead here. You don't have that issue. You literally just don't. And yeah, so I do think that again, this team would have performed better if I just had the correct Pokemon, but it's the TM system. It is what it is. We see the Moltres coming in here. They want to keep their Pokemon alive there, which is kind of interesting. Well done from them, but the thing here is, they're going to be forced to use a shield, and they're also going to be forced to go for a Brave Bird here in order to knock me out. So I'm like, hey, do I have a chance here still with my Skeletor? Let's find out if this is going to be the case. Brave Bird is coming through. We're going to be able to go into our Skeletor now. But of course, a Brave Bird would knock us out at this point as well. They do a lot of fast move pressure. And if you wondered why I didn't go into my Taurus, I was hoping that they would go for the Ancient Power here, which they did as well. And the Taurus then can do something afterwards. But now we have to go for the Trailblaze, and we have nothing to really hit the opponent. Do they know about this? They do know about this, and they let the move go through, which basically seals the deal here. We needed to get the shield from the opponent, had like any chance of doing anything here, to be fair. But we didn't, and with that, this game is kind of over. They're going to be able to go for a Thunder Punch here, and yeah, again, if you would have had a better answer to Lostheart, which you would have had if you want for Bombardier, if you ever want to try this team at home, yeah, that would have been definitely better here, but the opponent is going to be able to knock us out here, and we can move on to the next opponent. That all being said, I actually do think that's a cool Pokemon. Like, I do think that Taurus is a really cool Pokemon. I just hope that we're going to be able to get Flare Blitz onto this Pokemon eventually. This would be absolutely amazing. Maybe at next season, Wave Crash and Flare Blitz, which is kind of like the equivalents for each other there. Wave Crash is what the other water-type version of this Pokemon can learn. This would help this Pokemon out a ton, like literally a ton. And that would be a very interesting Pokemon because the Fire and Fighting combination is actually a cool combination. I think it's a great typing to have. And I do think that this Pokemon would have potential for the future. So I would recommend you to definitely get one. Again, you have to trade to get one for the Great League. I don't think there are any quests for this thing here. And here I make a mistake, by the way. I thought I only get to the Trailblaze, and then I realized, oh, I get to the Flame Charge, and I just misclicked. I misclicked next to it, and that was my fault here. And this, sadly, is going to completely change the outcome of the game, because I would have had a shield gun from the opponent here guaranteed with a Flame Charge, and I would have won the battle, basically, straight away at this point. But because I misclicked and clicked next to the move, that is not a game issue or anything else, it's a me issue that this happened, I'm not going to have the option here. I'm not going to be in a position where I can do basically anything now, because it's just going to be able to outspeed me. I know that the opponent is good enough to, see that they're going to be able to win just with the Credilli here. That would have been all different, because like they would have had now no shields normally, and I would have gone to the Torch Song here to knock them out. Silly by me. Just silly by me. Misclicking next to the move would have changed quite a bit. But again, it's like friendly battles. Like, well, I don't really need to care. But yeah, definitely would have been something that could have been won by us. Greninja is an interesting Pokemon because actually we have a Fighting type Pokemon. So like we do some fast move damage against them as well if we really want to. But let's see on how this is going to go. We're going to see here that the opponent is going to stay in. They're going to go for their own Hydro Cannon as well. And if they're smart, they're going to go ahead and go for the Night Slash because they know that they're going to lose the CMP tie here. So they kind of really want to get rid of our Greninja by basically outspeeding us. And they do exactly this here. Well played by them, forcing me to swap out of here into my Taurus. I do get some nice energy in. I should be able to fully farm them down here as well. Like, they're going to be super low now. They don't really have a lot of energy. They go into Clefable, and this is why I like the typing of Fighting and Fire so much. Because we are going to be able to have neutral damage from Fairy type Pokemon. We still bait them out, we still can do damage. And again, imagine we had like something like the Flare Blitz on this Pokemon, then we would have been able to go for like a Trailblaze and a Flare Blitz and then knock them out or something. That would have been really nice, but of course it doesn't really have any good other move. Of course you have Iron Head as an option, but Iron Head with 80 damage, I think it's 80 damage for 50 energy, which is just not great. It's just not great. So yeah, we're gonna see here that we're gonna get the KO against the Greninja. They're gonna go back into the Weezing. Of course, Weezing has access to a Brutal Swing, but we are playing Ultra League, my friend, which means we're going to have more bulk, and this bulk is going to be very nice for us because it's going to allow us to get the shield here. And can we still get to another move? It depends on how much energy they have. Brutal Swing is coming through, and we still barely get there, and this is definitely going to get the KO, and so we're gonna be able to at least win this battle. Again, kind of annoyed about the last battle, which he could have won, but it is what it is. Let's move on to the next opponent. This was, by the way, the first time I actually also asked on YouTube for friendly battles. I would really recommend you to follow me on X, by the way, if you want to do some battles against me. I rather post there than on YouTube. It's just a bit easier because like I don't really want to spam the community tab with that one. But anyway, we're going to see a Golok against us. The opponent is going to catch the move here, which is great by them. We're going to see the Blasters coming in. And you know what's funny here? We have Taurus. Taurus is going to have a great time here as you're going to have access to Trailblaze. We take neutral damage from the fast move. Of course, they have super effective damage against us as well. But Trailblaze is coming through and doing some solid damage against them. We can take a hit as well. I think I survive a Hydro Cannon. Taurus, oh, Skull Bash. Interesting decision here. I don't know why they did this. Hydro Cannon would have been super effective, but yeah, you're going to be able to go for a Trailblaze now and get the KO. So Taurus are going to be able to win this matchup. In comes Golurk though. And we don't really have the best answers for this Pokemon, as they're going to be able to swap out into the Drapion here. That's kind of annoying. We have to kind of try to go for a charge move here again for the Hydro Cannon, but I think because they caught the move, this game is kind of over. I need to get the Hydro Cannon off or keep the energy then for later on. But as you see here, we're going to be able to go for the charge move. Hydro Cannon is going to come through. We're going to very likely get the shield here. But now we have two Pokemon in the back for the opponent that are going to be good against Skeledirge, and so yeah, I need to overfarm. Like, there's no way of us winning this battle without overfarming. So that is kinda it for this one. We can still go for the Flame Charge. That is still going to be okay, I guess. But it's not going to be too great. You're gonna see the opponent going for another charge move. Orcotail is coming through and it's going to knock us out. And now, yeah, the Greninja goes down. Next up, we can stay in here actually. We can go for one charge move and try to get some damage on here. Because like, yeah, this is going to be a matchup where they're going to not outspeed me. I'm going to be able to outspeed them unless I want to go for Brutal Swing where we know it's going to be resisted. You're always going to get to the Hydro Cannon before they can go for any real charge move on the Weezing. So it's worth it to stay in there. And the opponent is memeing here, and I know the opponent as well because they battled me plenty of times. A lot of times I lost against them as well in those battles here. And they're memeing here with Zacian, so if they have Zacian as a say-swap, I expect Zamazenta in the back at this point. So I hope I'm going to be right with that one. They're going to be able to get the KO here, but I'm going to be able to even go back into my Greninja, try to... Okay, yeah, here we're going to go back into the Greninja, try to go for Hydro Cannon, because I want to keep the two shields for our Skeledirge to try to win with this Pokemon. Brutal Swing is coming through. Another charge move coming through as well. I think it's going to be the Overheat, right? It is the Overheat. We can take the hit, we can go for another charge move here, and this will allow us to get them either low or get the shield. We're gonna get them very low, which allows us maybe to go for the full farm down soon. With our Skeledirge, we can still take a hit here. I know it's a Brutal Swing, but they're double debuffed at this point. And then you go back here into the Zamazenta, which I expected. I get the free fast move in, but I think I'm at 100 energy at this point, so I'm just gonna go straight for my charge move here. Torch Song is going to connect against the opponent, and this is going to get the shield. And so I thought another Torch Song should be enough, but I should have actually went for the Shadow Ball because they survived with exactly 1 HP. Still getting to another move here, and this could be very, very difficult for us unless they go down to one fast move here, which they do luckily, and we can move on to the final battle. Again, there's going to be most likely quite a few more videos towards the other Taurus variants here. On this channel, so feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Would really appreciate it, would help me out a ton. And yeah, this is going to be an interesting Pokemon. It's going to be only available in most of Europe. I think it's like kind of like Shellos, like in terms of how things are swapped around. And then there's just like the middle part of Spain, like it's just Spain generally, who has like their own version for this Pokemon. So like it's a Spain regional. I have a lot of people that are from Spain on my friend list, so I'm most likely going to be able to get some raids in for that one as well, because you can get all of them through remote raids. They're all possible for you to obtain during this event. You just need friends from the different regions. Like the most difficult one is definitely going to be the one from Spain, but I have at least like 10-20 people on my friend list that are from Spain, so I'm not too worried about this. I should be able to get this quite fast as well. And then again, you can also look online. Like there are platforms where people are just looking for people to join their raids, and a lot of people just host raids, so like you can mostly join stuff like this as well to get those Taurus forms. I do think they're all worth it in their own kind of regards, because you have the Close Combat version in Spain, which is of course cool because you have a hard-hitting stab move that's going to one-shot basically everything, and you still have Trailblaze as a good coverage move. We have the Orca version, which is going to be the best type-wise plus the move-wise, because Aqua Jet is really, really strong right now, like literally one of the strongest moves. And you have Double Kick together with it, which is a very nice, unique combination. And then you have the Fire version here, which has a lot of potential in the future. Like, I do think that the typing is cool as well for the Fire version, especially as it's like one that has Double Kick. Like, Double Kick makes all of them really viable, plus Trailblaze, of course. And so, like, I do think all of them are worth it. Here we literally die with a one, like, if we had one more turn for us, we would have been able to win this battle, but they're going to be able to knock us out here at the end. And this is going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you then. Bye bye.